Testing. So I'm not sure if you guys can hear me or not, but this is a test of Streamyard. Maybe I'll see some comments come in here and know if this is working. And let me check my YouTube page and see if a little new to this, but I figured maybe if I just jump on in and start swimming, figure it out. I don't know. We shall see. Yeah, I see it up on the, all right, there we go. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, so what this is basically I'm just testing out StreamYard. We're going to be having David Finch on the channel. Hey, there we go. There's some people. Thank you very much. Hello, hi. So we're going to be having David Finch on the channel tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to try to review work of yours. So I think as long as you have a camera, and you'll have to maybe mute your mic. Actually, will you guys give me an audio check? Thanks, Animatrix 5. Appreciate that. Can you guys, somebody give me a quick audio check? Audio check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, I'm new to the StreamYard, so forgive me. It's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride. Here's you. Okay, cool. All right, so basically, we'll have them on the channel with the StreamYard setup. You guys most of you probably know more about it than I do. I've been on one StreamYard live stream. So basically, you'll be able to share with your camera or share your screen. As far as I'm aware, you can confirm, and then it will allow us to see your work, give you some hopefully critical insight into the work. You're talking about David Finch, just big time pro, amazing artist all the way around. And, I'm sure if you've watched my channel, you know who David Finch is. So it's going to be a real honor to have him on the channel. I've looked up to his work for many, many years, and he's given me some valuable insight on my own work, which I'm just extremely grateful for. That stuff is gold, right? And we don't have the comic conventions like we used to right now at this moment. So this is a great, way to kind of still get a little bit of that. It's kind of like a portfolio review online. So I think it's a good deal. I'm also going to test showing my screen. I started a sketch here, and if you guys want to stick around, we can Rob Space, yeah. If you guys want to stick around, we can mess around on a sketch. But let me know what you guys think as far as the content, the way that you're seeing it. If there's something we can make better. I've got these options on here for sharing multiple screens, and I think that I would need to go into the let's see here. Forgive me as I try to figure this out. I think I need to go into the private chat to bring anybody in. But we're welcome to, you're welcome to do that now if you want to do something like that. Let's say we get comments. So we could do a quick run through of a couple of your artworks if you want to share a screen or share your artwork real quick on the stream. Again, I don't know exactly how to do that, but we'll figure it out. I don't see anything in the private chat. Maybe I have to send out an invite, right? Smash that like button. Thanks, Ultimate Artist. Huh. Well, I know how to share my my drawing service. I think it's under private chat. I'm sorry. I should have researched this part a bit better. That's why I was kind of hoping that once I jumped in here, we could figure this out. It's kind of how I roll. I just kind of jump in and figure it out. And subscribe. Man, you guys are straight promoing for me. Thank you. Let's see. Well, let me show you my screen here. Show you the sketch that I've got. Have you ever made a comic? Yes, I've made 5 comics in my career. Okay, that's really bad. I should have way more comics. I'm working on numeral 6, and I've got a how to draw book that's in stores. But I did Blackstone #1. That's my own character creation story. You name it. Arrow and Assault 1 and 2, and then revamps of 1 and 2 when they got picked up by Diamond. So the second 2 were definitely way better than the first 2. The first 2 I did right when I was about 18 or so. So yeah, Arrow and Assault, Blackstone. I've done some short stories as well. Little 5 pages here and there in the back of books, stuff like that. Spark for Flint Comics. I did a little 5 pages of that. And then now working on Blackstone 2, book 2. And yeah. I should have more under my belt, but thank you for asking. Yeah, 7 p.m. Pacific, Eastern, EST, right? Eastern Standard Time. That's Pacific, right? 7 p.m. EST. Just compare that to wherever you're at. Okay, we could submit for the art portfolio. Okay, so yeah, so the portfolio review is tomorrow at 7, like we were just talking about. And yeah, that's great. You got some Spidey work. Love to see it. Basically, you'll be able to connect through here. I'll have a better idea how to do this tomorrow. But I think it's through the private chat. I think you have to send out a link through the comments here. I'm not seeing the button for that. Let me see here real quick. Invite. God, goodness, here it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and send out a quick invite. I'm just going to give you a demo on how this will work. So I'm pretty sure I send that out right here. I hope I'm right. Boom. That link should allow you to join the stream. I think you go into the private chat first, and then I bring you in. Once we make sure your mic's set up, stuff like that. Because if not, if you see I'm wearing the mic here, I think you have to have it muted on your computer, audio coming through your mic, or you'll get reverb or whatever the technical term is for computer audio. I think it's reverb. I don't know. But yeah, so let me see. I think that if we go into the private chat now, no one has clicked the link. Maybe I don't know. So this is beta testing for our StreamYard on this channel. Just read another comment. Yeah, appreciate that. Ahmad Prad, hopefully I'm saying that right. Cool name. What's your advice for beginners who want to start drawing? Does that go well? Okay, so you're saying if you start drawing, it's not going well for you. A lot of times in the very beginning, I don't think it goes well for anybody. It's just some people are going to be more critical. Some people are going to be more excited about any small success that they have. So me personally, I think that you just need to find the excitement. It's not going to be easy in the beginning. I'm at a point now. I'm the big 44, folks. Sad to say, but it happens quicker than you think. But like basically, I get to a point. I'm at a point right now where I'm fighting that growth a little bit more so than other times, and you see that in your work, even after you've done it for many years. So the main thing is to focus on the excitement, the thing that keeps you going, that drive, that inspiration, that motivate. Find those things, muses in your work, things like that, and just allow yourself to gain those short wins. So yeah, you're in the beginning end of it. It's not going so well. Just don't give up. If you really like it, if you really are passionate about it, I think you'll find your way. Try not to be so critical with yourself. Okay, so we had somebody there. So I think it pops up right. It's not even in the private chat. Sorry. So somebody was on there and then they jumped out. My bad. I got to talking a little too much and I didn't see that. Forgive me. I didn't catch the name. He was in and out. So anybody wants to do that, try the link. And I'll try to put you up on here and show your work and we'll test that out. What pencils do you recommend for drawing comic? As I'm holding an Apple pencil. This one. Oh, it's a 2mm lead holder, Stradler. Never say that right. And I use 2H lead in that one. And that's actually per David Finch's recommendations. I've watched a lot of his content. But then this is kind of my go-to a lot of times. In fact, I finish with this a lot of times, a 0.5. I'll use also a 0.3 mechanical pencil with a HB lead. So because basically before I used this, I was always using these. So I still kind of find my home back at that. I don't think it really matters. I think whatever you use, you're going to get better at over time. Yeah, but try them out, see what you think. Okay, so wait. Nice. It was me. I was on a weak cell phone link. Nice. Thanks, Whimsical Griffin. That's hilarious. Sorry about the bad internet connection. I feel your pain. It's never fun when that happens. Well, let me do this. Let me get my ugly mug off the screen and show you what I'm sketching on here. Let's try that for a little bit until we get some people that jump in and want to. Again, if you want to jump in, showcase your work, cool. If not, I'll just draw for you. I was there too. I didn't see you, Animatrix 5. Thanks, Alex. Glad the videos help. Okay, let me do this. Let me flip the screen. Hopefully I hit the right button here. Okay, so here's a pose. I'm working on the iPad Pro, and tomorrow we'll probably be doing shares of the actual like page work or on the paper. You know, on paper. But I like doing it here because I can zoom up and kind of make it clearer for you guys. So hopefully you don't mind me drawing digitally here, but. Paul 4, hi, I'm a big fan. I'm 11 and I've been drawing for a while. Any tips for beginners? Well, I'll tell you what, Paul 4, if you've been drawing for a while and you're 11, you're doing great. Just keep it up. I think everybody starts off drawing a lot as a kid and then takes, breaks, gets into other things like that. If you're committed already at 11, like it sounds like you are, and you've already got some time spent, just keep it up. You're way ahead of the curve in a sense. And yeah. Draw as much as you can, but also enjoy the little things in life, whatever that means. Okay, so now let's erase this back. So just sketched a pretty traditional comic layout, and hopefully I can explain some of the process here as I scribble through this character. One second. I gotta take off my watch there. Can't draw with the watch on. It's like swimming with waders or with a weight, Need all my arm strength I can muster. What's the time for you? Like right now, what time is it? Okay, good question. I think I'd look at that before going live, right? It is 3:05 Eastern Standard Time. All right, I'll let you guys comment back and forth in the stream for me, and let me know too if you try to jump in. Make sure that you mention it in the chat, just because I am new to this. I missed 2 people already, and I'm very sorry for that. One said they had a bad internet connection, so I guess I don't have to feel as bad for that person, but still, I'm sorry I didn't see it. I'm still trying to get used to this this setup. Yeah, I don't like that one. Yeah, so right now, somebody had mentioned, more on the idea of being a beginner artist and then struggling at times. And I feel like I'm going through a thing where I'm trying to re-envision my work a little bit. I'm trying to rethink my approach, speed being a big thing, but also just the mix of what I think needs to be stylistic versus realistic in my work. So yeah, I'm playing around with that. I'm trying to kind of redevelop shapes and rethink things because mainly speed. I really feel like, somebody asked earlier, how many books do you have out? And I said 6 or 5, sorry, working on number 6. And, I think that's because I need to just simplify some of my approach and what I'm doing and be okay with, maybe a few more flaws as I work quicker. And I think maybe that's something, even as you're a beginner, that you should really think about being okay with. Just allowing yourself to make mistakes and knowing that the sheer production of the work will allow you to get so much better. That arm is massive, and I know that, but the joys of digital art, I can just shrink the arm down. So easy. The Art Jedi, nice. The Force is strong with this one. I appreciate that. Gotta love some Star Wars puns. All right, let's just read through these real quick. Can you draw Jotaro Kujo from JoJo Bizarre Adventure as iconic pose? Maybe not this particular one, but yeah, maybe we can get that on I need to start doing a request setup, you know, and then just draw characters that people request. That would be fun. You know, this one, I don't even know that I expected to draw. I was just going to yap at you guys about tomorrow's live stream, but I figured since we're here, might as well. And getting ready to, well, I've been working on some lessons for the torso. Not quite ready to release those because the torso is tough. And I was talking about the back anatomy with David Finch, and he gave me some really great tips on that because you know, like back anatomy is, it looks one way when you see it in a anatomy illustration, anatomy diagram, but then you go to draw it, say for comics with the actual forms, and it doesn't translate. And when he pointed that out when we were kind of talking about it, it made total sense because I was spending so much time trying to break down the anatomy and then drawing it as exactly the way the anatomy breakdown was, and that's not right. Okay, we do have somebody. Oh, who's popped out of there. Animatrix 5, I see you there. Let me see if I need to go back to the private chat and check. How do we do this? Let's see. Okay, I think I'm just going to add you to the stream. Animatrix 5, are you ready? Shout me out. Isaiah Yoro. Am I saying that right? But yeah, Animatrix 5, you ready? Give me a thumbs up, will ya? Can you hear me, Animatrix? Yeah, your camera's moving around a lot, so I'm just trying to see if you're actually ready. Oh, it's JoJo. Sorry about that. Okay, you're ready. Okay, let me try to add you to the stream here. Okay, why is it not showing you? Let me... Wait, did you jump out and came back in? Let me get this one out of here. Add to stream. Oh, now I got two. Oh my goodness. This is a mess. Hold on. Let me get this one out of there. There we go. All right, I cannot hear you though. Is your mic on? It is on, right? Why can I not hear you? Wait, I'm liking that one of Deadpool, Wolverine, sweet. Some page work, gotta love it. Can you pull on a little tighter that page work? Nice. Yep, good action, good movement. I like the close up. You're moving the camera in and out. I like the over the shoulder shot. Yeah, I really like the flow of that. It's pretty good. Now listen, this is let me try to get your audio in here. Can anybody else hear him? Oh, and he's out of there. All right, well, thanks for stopping by. Nice work. Oh, he muted himself. Yeah, I really should have did more tutorials of Streamyard before doing this today. His mic was off. Okay, I hope so, because I feel really bad. Like I couldn't hear him, and this is kind of confusing. You know, I'm just gonna throw it out there. Streamyard, you're kind of confusing for someone like me. Hey, Frank, how you doing? Frank does some awesome color work. He colored one of the character Sabretooth, an illustration of Sabretooth I did. did a phenomenal job. I still look at that piece, Frank. Looks cool. Not just because I drew it, because you colored it is what I'm saying. So yeah, so back to drawing here until I see somebody else pop up. But hey, we actually had somebody show their work on the stream. That was the first time. That was the very first time. That's a milestone. Oh, we might have somebody else here. Eric Grove. Can you hear me, Eric? Thumbs up if you can. There's got to be a better way to do this. Are you ready to be on the stream? Just type a response or. All right, bringing you in here. Let's try it. Here we go. Ready? Add to stream.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Oh, good. No, now I can. When you're a tiny little thumbnail, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, there we go. I had to leave the actual YouTube stream because you get like 2 sounds since you're in Streamyard, and then the other one's open as well. So.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, forgive me. I'm trying to figure this all out as we go.
Yeah, no worries. Looks good. Everything seems to be working.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's great. We're gonna have David on tomorrow, so we want to make sure it's all functioning properly for everybody.
Yeah, good stuff. Can't wait.
Now, do you got anything you want to show today?
Oh, I just wanted to jump in and just see if the audio was working. It looks to be.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Appreciate that help.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Yep. So tomorrow we'll have Dave on, and I can't wait. It's going to be exciting to get his feedback on everybody's artwork and really see. It's going to feel a lot like a portfolio review at a Comic-Con, and I really miss seeing those. I would sometimes just kind of walk up and audit those,
Right.
But hopefully those will be back in no time.
All righty.
All right. Well, thanks for helping me out with the audio, Eric.
Good. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Take care.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Bye. Nice. Well, yeah, we got to really appreciate him for jumping in and doing that, because up until that point, I just didn't even know if this was working, but it's working, so we're good. So yeah, anybody else, if you want to show your stuff, jump on in. No problemo. We won't run this one very long today because it's just kind of a preliminary demo, and then I'm going to head over to Streamyard and sign up with them, get rid of that logo up in the top right. I think you get some other options too of like, little promo cards or something. I don't know, but whatever. I think the main thing is you get to record the stream and then put it to YouTube after the fact, which would be good for people that can't catch it right as we're doing it. Yeah, casual artist. So you can do that right now. There's a link that I shared earlier in there. Then I could share it again. Let me do that real quick. Where's that link at? So it's an invite link, and I think this can be shared across the board, but let me share that real quick. And then you just have to have a camera ready to go and your mic, and I believe you have to have your headphones on and your audio running through those. If not, you'll get you'll get some audio blaring, kickback or whatever you call it. And Amon says another quick thing: if you weren't in, and I must not have saw your first comment, if you weren't into art, what would you see yourself as? Probably a race car driver. No, I don't know. Scratch that. No, that wouldn't be my thing. Oh, we got some people here. If I wasn't an artist, I don't know what I would do. I think maybe a musician, play some guitar or something like that. So let's see here. Let's add to stream. So I'm going to go in order. I got Animatrix 5 back, and then Johnny Cage will get right to you, okay? Or maybe we'll add you both, but I think it'd be fair to add one at a time. So let's try that. Animatrix 5, can you hear me?
Hello, Robert.
Oh, there we
Can
go.
you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah,
Good to
this
have
was
you.
my third drawing when I was like 12 years old.
Yeah, very
Is
cool.
this good?
Yeah, very good. It's very dynamic, nice expressive pose. I like how you put the, the orientation of his body. It's like it looks very dynamic.
Yeah. And I had some more I want to show you. And this one,
Wolverine, Weapon X, yeah.
yes. And not this one. This one.
Okay. I
This
actually like the one from the page before, but they're both nice. I like the fact that you're using heavy
this
shadows.
wait a sec. This one.
Yeah, I kind of like that. It's Thanos, right?
Yeah. From
Yeah.
Endgame.
Yep. I like it because it's again, both everything you've shown, nice heavy use of shadowing. You're not scared to put shadows in there, which is great. A lot of people will, use too thin a line weight, not enough shadows, looking good on that front. I like the
No, I like the more comic book style.
yeah. I like the fact that you're looking over his
And
shoulder. It's dramatic. Oh yeah.
this was a bit mess.
Very cool.
And this was Nathan Drake from Uncharted 4.
Okay.
And this was the Joker from the movie.
Yeah, very cool. Well, let me do this, Animatrix. Let me bring in the next person. Let me try to keep you on the screen here. Let's see if we can just add the next person, and then we'll go from
Okay.
there. You can keep flipping through your work, but let's add somebody else into the stream here.
Okay.
Okay, Johnny Cage, you're
Hello there.
on. Hello.
How are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm awesome. Running smooth, the stream view. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to have you. And let's do this. I want to see if we can add we got somebody else waiting as well. Everything's going good. Let's add one more person, then we'll talk about the work, okay?
Sure.
All right, thanks. And this is Yannick, I believe. Is it Yannick?
Yeah, it's me, Yannick.
How you doing?
Fine, you?
Good.
Yeah, so I just wanted to show you some of my drawings. So, like, here's the first one. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay, well, hold on. Oh wait, we lost Johnny Cage. Let's go in order.
here.
So I'm gonna talk to Johnny real quick. I've already talked to Animatrix 5. Let me talk to Johnny. You can flip through your work and get it ready, and then I'll be right to you, Yannick. Sound good?
Okay.
Or
Okay.
just show it to the camera for everybody else to see. That's fine too.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so Johnny Cage, yeah, I really like the angel pose. That's cool. Can you tighten up on the page work there?
Just
I'm
a sec.
talking to someone. That's fine.
I don't think I can.
Oh, that's fine. I wanted to see a little close up of the panel work you were doing, but
Sure.
yeah, very cool. I really like her pose a lot. I like the way she's leaned back. It would have been real easy to just have her standing straight up. I always seem to make that mistake, but you made it more dynamic. You leaned her back. It makes it a lot more of a powerful pose.
Thank you.
Even the hand gesture is good there. Yeah, it looks good.
So this is another one I did. I was just starting with sequentials, so
Yeah.
I'm not very good at it yet.
Well, that's always subjective, right? You just got to keep on creating the work, and I think it looks nice. So,
Thank you.
yeah, it's got a little bit of a Michael Turner vibe to it, so that's good.
Yeah. Thanks. And this is still with no inks or colors.
Yeah.
I have to put it. Yeah.
No, I'm digging it. I like the fact that you got an establishing shot for your first panel. Shows you where you're at in a city somewhere, and a good amount of detail with the buildings. That's awesome. And yeah, you're moving the camera in and out, which is good. And I don't want to get too much into. I don't want to critique anything at the moment. I really want to save that for tomorrow's episode. If you guys can come back, we're gonna have Dave here, and
Sure.
Dave has done so many books that his critique is going to be really profound. I would say, so.
So at what time?
Well, about the same time. What are we at right now? It's no, I'm sorry, not the same time. My bad. It's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Sure.
So hopefully you can make it. Now let me look
Yeah.
at Yannick's work real quick. You're doing some great stuff, Johnny. You too, Animatrix. So Yannick, yeah, very cool. Love the color in that. And yeah, that's cool on a lot of levels. I like the geometric shape you threw in the background. Adds more flavor to it.
Thank you, thank you. And I've been trying some new stuff like wait, let me show you one. Yeah, and I've been trying, and I've done this one recently.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
No, I like that. I like that a lot more. I mean, there's a huge amount of depth on, coming off the page there. That's fantastic. And I even like how you're getting ready to do the words with the shocking word balloon. Love that stuff.
Yeah.
So lots of energy on that one.
All right, thank you. And there's my comic book too, because I've been drawing for my comic, and I've been doing it for like the past 4 years. It's still like in the process, but I think it's like that. So I have like pages like this one, and I have wait, I'll show you. I have a spread. Yeah, I have a page like this one too.
Oh, very cool. Lost my camera. Yeah, nice. Yeah, you definitely go for those high impact energy shots, don't you?
Yeah. I like it. So yeah, that's pretty much what, that's what I've been doing. Like it's long, it's hard, but I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm doing.
Just you got to grind it out, right? It's like working out. You got to do it every day, and you take some breaks, but don't stop too long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, cool. Feel free to keep sharing your work. Unless somebody else pops in, I'll just keep you live for a little bit if you don't mind. And let me jump back to Animatrix. Make sure he doesn't have any questions. And do you guys got any actual questions? Let me say. Oh, we do got somebody else coming in. Do you guys got any actual questions that I can answer for you?
My question would be about the background, like how to draw background, because I'm okay at it, but not good. So like how to improve, I guess.
Yeah, I really think what's helping me as of late, because it's really easy to avoid backgrounds. Lately, I've been doing what I've seen a few artists mention, including David Finch, who we'll have on the channel, and it's draw out your perspective grids. Take the time to draw out those little lines. Once you get good at figuring out where those perspective grids go, filling in your background details becomes a lot easier because you've got something to hinge it upon. And I feel like if you don't do that, maybe you get a cool background, maybe you don't, maybe you oversimplify it just because there's not a lot there. Your imagination maybe kicks on at certain parts and off at others, whatever. But that perspective grid, I don't know, it almost feeds the imagination a little bit. And that with reference, I've always pull reference for buildings. Put it this way, have you guys played the newer Spider-Man? I know it's probably not the new one now, but the newer Spider-Man game? Yeah, the backgrounds in that game, every time I get done playing that, I want to go draw some backgrounds. And I can never really say that. Yeah, so there's such great reference for that. I'm halftime pulling my phone out and grabbing a screenshot of my screen so I could draw it later or have reference for it later. So, look for those things that kind of, get those creative gears turning like that,
Okay, I see what you mean. And I think that maybe my second question, it would be about shadows, because my style is more manga. So for the style of the book, I'm not good at it because of the big shadows.
Gotcha. Yeah, shadows. I would simplify until you're ready to not make it so simple. And I think cutting shadows with angles makes it real easy, especially for that style. But even I do it a lot in my own style, and it's just something about it makes it easier. But when you're trying to get these organic curves to every, say, anatomy, for instance, it's very easy to get it wrong. But when you use angles, it kind of over stylizes it, but again, it simplifies it. And I just go from that and elaborate. And as you get better, you'll just see them different ways, and start developing more. The main thing is just not to avoid it because it's hard, Yeah,
I get it. Yeah, because I got your book, and I think in your book it said that I should like put a light and look at where the shadow is supposed to go. But it's really hard to see that, figure that out.
Yeah. Some people are better at shadows, others are not. Let me see. Animatrix, I'm going to have to shuffle you along. Sorry, I got another person. Amon's waiting patiently. I'm going to bring him in. And if we get another opening, you're welcome to come back. Okay. All right. So how do I do this? Bear with me, folks.
So good.
Let's see. Move him, add him. Amon, how you doing?
How you doing, Rob? It's good to see you.
Good. You too. You as well. Thanks for being here.
Thank
All
you.
right. So yeah. So the last question was about shadows and simplifying it. And also one thing I wanted to add to that is, like you mentioned in the book, you also think of shadows with perspective lines. So say your light's here, perspective lines to hit the form, and that's going to give you where that shadow should end up. That's a simple thing about it. But I'll tell you, when we have David on tomorrow, if you can make it again, great person to ask. That dude's one of the things I always looked at with his work was how well he did shadows. So he's like my muse or reference in a sense for when I'm like I'm struggling with my shadows. I go look at David Finch, or Mark Silvestri is another good one. There's a bunch of them. You just got to see what artists appeal to you and really look for that and go. If I can't figure it out, like I'm gonna look at Jim Lee's work for poses. His poses seem to be kind of almost not easy to process. He's amazing, but I can understand him a bit. So sometimes it's about, do you speak that line language, that language they're drawing in? But yeah, David Finch will be a great one to ask about the shadows tomorrow.
Okay, I guess I'll do that.
Yeah.
All right.
And Amon, do you got any artwork you want to share?
Yeah. I just wanted to let me show it. Bring some out. So this is kind of like some of the stuff that I did. I think I showed you this before.
Oh yeah. No, it's looking good.
Thank you. And then kind of like from the start. And then I did this.
Yeah.
And then let's see here. This is another one I did. This nose that I drew was from a guy named Paul Priestley.
Okay.
On YouTube as well. And then let me see if I can show you. This is something that I'm doing for my story.
Oh, some sword designs, cool.
Yeah, kind of like I'm trying to do more of that. I think straight to the point. I pestered the hell out of you the past couple of days. The thing is, first off, I think the thing is, since this stupid quarantine, it's really played with me a lot mentally, and it's gotten to the point where I needed to see someone.
Okay.
And it's really questioned like me and my craft, and like I told you before, I'm trying to work on this story called The Videshi. It's a story about this human who leaves Earth, or like abandons Earth after it's exploded, and he crash lands in a war-torn Mars. First off, the title is Hindi for foreigner or alien, and so that's why I called it The Videshi. And secondly, it's like I want to both write it and draw it. Like I want to be able to, create this universe that I have created, and like those sword designs that I showed you were, kind of like when I'm only good at drawing it, But like the thing is, being able to go like, like somebody like Stan Lee or like David Finch or Jim Lee while trying to write someone like J.K. Rowling or Stephen King and whatnot, or H.P. Lovecraft, I want to be able to do that. Of course, we're all our own person, but I think like the thing is, what I'm trying to get at is, I feel like a part of me feels like this story's never going to happen, and it's just it eats at me a lot. I feel like I have so much to learn, but I feel like I have so little time.
Yeah, no. Yeah, what I would do there is try to squash that feeling, because if you're all right, you just said it yourself. You're like, I keep thinking that it's not going to happen. Well, that's part of the problem, right? You got to squash that feeling that it's not going to happen. And I wouldn't say to the extent of like, oh, you got all the time in the world. Time's precious. We can't pretend like we don't know when time is up, and whatever. I'm not gonna get all negative about it. But what I'm saying is, like, basically, you just have to remember that slow and steady is the pace. Slow and steady wins the race. And I'm not trying to rhyme here, but what I'm saying, like, you have to just keep going steadily. You have to hold yourself accountable and say, I'm going to do, all right, you got a book you want to do. How many pages is it?
I can't even say.
You don't even know?
I don't even know.
All right, you got to know that first. You got to at least have an idea. You don't have to have start and end, which I would recommend that you do, but I would take 8.5 by 11 sheets, little cheap copy paper, and I would draw every page as a tiny little thumbnail. side by side. You will be amazed at what that teaches you about what you really know about your own story. And then you can look at it from a big glance back and go, man, I don't even need this page. X this panel. I need 2 more panels here. It becomes easier. It's like storyboards,
Yeah.
There are storyboards. So you got to do that first. And obviously you got to write your story for us. So I'm a visual storyteller, so I draw it first, which is weird, but that's the way I work. And I go back and I can kind of imagine the verbiage as I do it. Maybe that's not the right way to go, but I'm just telling you, like, the main thing is that you scribble it all out in really poor, sketchy drawings, and then make your changes. Show it to people even at that stage. Don't be afraid of criticism. Don't be afraid that it's not great or perfect. Done is better than perfect. You can have this perfect idea of a character and a concept, but if it never gets out there, what's the point, right?
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying.
So don't be your own worst enemy. But hey, we got people waiting. So do you want to show any more work, or do you have a very specific question I can answer for, and we'll get some more people on here?
There's so many questions and so much I want to show you, but I guess we all have so much time. So I just want to show you one more quick piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. And Johnny, are you good?
You can kick me out.
You
I'm
sure?
Here for long enough.
You've been
Thanks for
patient. Do you want to
sure.
show anything else? Okay.
No.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for being here. We'll be on again tomorrow with David, so hopefully you can make it back. All right. Thanks, Johnny.
Thanks.
All right. Bye. Okay. So.
So
Uh-oh. Sorry about that, Yannick.
It's okay.
Okay, we got. Okay, let me bring somebody else in here real quick, and then I'll let you showcase that. I think we lost Winged Burrito. Sorry about that. Winged Burrito. Gotta love that. Okay, Lance, bringing you in. And I think your camera's upside down, buddy.
Yeah, it's so funny. I totally have this set up for my live stream, but when I entered StreamYard, it flipped my camera, and I can't figure out how to unflip it.
Oh yeah, gotta love settings, man.
So you can boot me for a bit if you want. I'm just trying to sort that out.
All right, I will, but I won't enjoy it. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Let's see. Oh, we got Winged Burrito back. Got to bring him in. Him, her. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. That could be either one, right? So yeah, I think your mic's off, Winged Burrito. I got you muted. No, I don't think I do. Yeah, I think your mic's off. Just so you know. Cool.
Yeah, it's off.
All right, Aman, what was your? You want to show one more piece?
Yeah, one more piece. Yeah, and then obviously you got other. Yeah, so this is kind of like this is the setting of Mars. This is the setting of the,
yep, hold on.
Yeah. Setting of the Davishi.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. This is Mitchell. I'm portraying him now as an Indian. His real name is Manjeet Singh Kehal. It's a Punjabi Sikh name. I don't know if you're familiar with the Sikh religion.
No.
He's going to be portrayed as an Indian now. And then this is kind of like him in like a fighting stance.
That's cool.
So that's, this is like from junior year of high school. It's been a while, and like I want to be able to polish up my skills. And time, like I said before, time is a really big concern for me.
How much do you draw each day?
Well, I took it. How much do I draw?
Hours.
I have a specific limit. I guess sometimes 2 or 3 hours. But like I said, I signed up.
Okay, hold on. What's your longer? Is that your longer days?
Possibly. That's possibly like my best guesstimate is those are probably my longer days.
I would aim for higher. I would aim for higher if you can. I would aim for higher.
Higher?
Yeah. You're. I don't think I would grow nearly as much as I do if I only drew that much. And I've been drawing a long time. I could probably sit back and say, I could take some breaks, but I don't. I pick up steam. I draw 10 hours in a day quite frequently. There's been times when I was on schedules, deadlines, I had to draw up to 14.
Right.
Even all-nighters. So just be aware, the people that you're probably admiring probably draw a massive amount. So you don't want to compare. It's not apples to apples. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You might just need to draw more to get the results that you're looking for, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, only thing is, it's like, I'm drawing, like I said, I signed up for Skillshare, but like I'm only learning how to draw eyes, nose, like only the basics. And I'm really I haven't really reached that level of learning how to draw a face.
Yeah.
or a male face, or things at an angle or perspective, whatever the situation or scenario may be.
You'll get there. Just study the Andrew Loomis method for construction. I got some videos on YouTube for it. Watch those a few times about segments of the face being in 3 equal parts.
Right.
I got to get to some other people, so I
Got you.
appreciate being on the stream, and I'll talk to you soon.
I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. I really
Thanks,
appreciate it,
Mom.
Rob.
Yep, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Good luck and take care. Yeah.
Thank you. Godspeed.
Okay. Yannick, did you have another question before I look at Winged Burrito stuff?
I guess I just wanted to show you like 2 more pieces, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, let's do that real quick. You got a second, Winged? Can you hear me, Winged?
I don't think he can hear you.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Let's see what you got, Yannick.
Okay. This is me trying to draw like you guys, like Finch and you. Like this is me trying to do the Marvel style.
Oh, nice. Coming out the screen, yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing this, and yeah, I think this is my best piece, like this one.
Yeah, very cool. Turn it a little bit. Light's hitting it. There you go. Yeah, it was glaring a little bit. Very cool. Yeah, it almost looks like. Is that a Street Fighter character?
No, this is from the series JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's from that series. So yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I think I think I've been drawing for like now 6 years, and on an average, I think I draw on an average of like 6 hours per day. But now it's really hard because I work from home because of the whole virus thing. So yeah, like by average, I think I draw at least like 6 hours per day. But like when I draw, it's not really like planned. I just draw stuff. It's not really planned. Like it's not like like today I'm gonna focus on the hand or the face or whatever. I just draw stuff, and I get good, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, 6 hours a day. The fact that you've only been drawing, you're saying 6 years. That's pretty good, man. Yeah, so you're definitely, and you know the value of it. The more time you can spend on it, the more doors are going to open up. You're going to have more time to study the fundamentals, and then look at things objectively in your work. Say, okay, I'm good, but I just the cloth on my characters, the fabric doesn't look like it's flowing. So I'm gonna take a couple days, and I'm just gonna draw that over and over until I get it. And that's how you unlock the doors. I mean, that's how you get better. But yeah, time is important. If you can develop those or put more time in those specific areas, you'll see those things get better in your work much faster, for sure.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for.
Oh yeah, thank you for being on here and showing your work, Yannick.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care. Remember, we'll have David over here tomorrow if you can make it back.
Okay, sure, I'll be there.
All right, see you, man.
Bye.
Okay, sorry for the wait, Winged Burrito. I'm going to bring in a couple more people, and then we'll look at your work.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Robert.
Hey, what's up, Tomic? Now, give me a minute. I'm just going to look over Winged stuff real quick, and I'll be right with you. Okay, bud?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. All right, so Winged, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Is that Winged or Winged?
Winged. I don't know.
Oh, my bad. I've been saying Winged the whole time.
Nah, it's cool. I just kind of wanted to hear you say it.
Yeah, nice. All right, so what do you got going here? I know it's Batman. It's kind of a
yeah.
Is that acrylic?
I've been trying to do. Yeah, it's all acrylic.
Oh, nice.
It's like 50-cent paint. Yeah.
50-cent paint. That's cool.
I've been trying to do more alternative art. I don't really know what it's called, but kind of with the weird anatomy and stuff.
Right.
Like
Stylistic. Yeah. No, it's cool, man. You got a lot of energy there in that.
Yeah. I have a lot of artists that I look up to. There are a lot of different categories. I don't know, like Karl Kopinski, you know him? Or
Karl Kopinski?
the painting? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
He did a lot of stuff for Magic.
Oh, okay. Magic the Gathering?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's where I get a lot of my painting stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, I'm surprised you get all that detail in there with the acrylics. That just seems hard to me. It's a side of the brain, I can't paint like that. I can paint digitally, but not I try to do that stuff on paper or canvas, and I can't do it. So you're doing well. Got lots of texture in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been working for a long time. I try to do more original stuff. In my earlier years of drawing, I would just look at pictures and try to draw them. Now I'm trying to do my own thing.
Yeah, I really like that one.
No, thank you.
I like what you did with the ground and everything. That's cool.
This is kind of like a Viking Thor.
Yeah, very
I
cool.
really like him in the Viking style. Yeah.
Well, I wish I could critique it, but since I don't do much painting, I can't really critique it. It all looks good to me. Let me bring in the next person. It's going to be Lance, and I'm going to talk to Tomic for a little bit. Winged, you're welcome to keep showing the work and stick around if you don't mind.
Okay. I just have 2 more.
Yeah, keep on going. Looks great, man. Oh, I love the sprayed ink, the splattered ink. That's I remember the first time I pulled out a toothbrush and did that with ink on a page. I felt like I was Da Vinci or something. Okay, so let's see. We got Lance, I'm going to talk with Tomic here for a second. Lance, can you hear us?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Tomic, so you got any questions? I see you're showing off some cool work there, some studies, which is awesome.
Which I've been studying a lot of arm anatomy during these past few weeks, and using Hampton, Bridgman, which I do have their books on the side.
There you go, yeah.
And sometimes I have like reference if I need it, but I don't need it most of the times. But here's some Bridgman, which I usually look at when something doesn't make any sense. But now I'm usually doing these from mind and memory.
Yeah, no, those Bridgman studies, you could definitely tell because, Bridgman's got that very angular, blocky style, which is great for translating into comics. And I just recently found him, it was like David told me to study him. He's like, hey, some of your anatomy looks a little soft, try some Bridgman. And so now what I've been telling people is if you want your anatomy to look more solid, more angles, study more Bridgman. And if you want it to look more organic, more soft, more fluid, study maybe Vern Hogarth. You got to mix that stuff all up and then use your actual anatomical books to, really know where the muscles are, because some of these guys like Hogarth and Bridgman, they're still very stylistically charged, I would say. So that can be confusing at times for, beginners, but it looks like you're translating it really well. Some of the muscles, now those are pretty accurate. Some of the ones I saw before from you look like a few of the segmentations of the starting ending points were a little off, but it looks like you're correcting that in some of these.
And I do have so I usually do my stuff on my Wacom now, but I was doing figures and the proportions, which I'm still thinking about because it's really hard to get proportions right. But that's the first thing I'm learning before I'm doing anatomy. I'm just thinking of proportions, and then afterwards I do my anatomy.
Yeah, you should do. One of the things I do is I'll do the 8 heads tall model. So I'll draw out the head, stack the head 8 heads tall, and then I will draw the lengths of the forms, and then you have certain things to guide you. Like for instance, the arms there, you want to bring their arms down. The elbows need to kind of roughly, if you were to draw like a smiley face, like a U shape right through the waist, that's where your elbows are going to hit. Not equal to the navel, but a little bit higher up. Or that's where I put them anyways. But that, the other rule is 4 heads down gives you the lower bottom of the pelvis. 3 heads down gives you the bottom where the navel is. So you start to line these things up based upon the orientation of other parts of the body. It gets a lot easier. Also, the wrists need to be down where the lower portion of the pelvis is, okay, like the crotch or whatever. And then you add the hand after that. So just keep that in mind. The arms are a little bit short. Not trying to be too critical. I'm just giving you some suggestions here. Obviously comic art, you kind of play around with these things and you make your own up as you go anyways. Let me jump over to Lance. You're welcome to keep showing some more pieces, Tomic, and I'll come back to you.
All right.
Lance, yeah, it's a cool piece. Very dynamic, lots of detail.
Yeah, I'll try to move it around here, sir.
Yeah, you got a lot there to show off. That's cool. Yeah, I like the background information. You're doing great with that. I like the use of shadows. I like the pose. There's parts of the anatomy I think maybe need a little bit of attention, but overall it's looking really good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to say thanks. I appreciate all your hard work with your videos and your tutorials, and I've learned quite a bit, and especially your Udemy stuff. So, yeah, thanks.
Oh, wait, I wasn't on camera. Thank you. I appreciate it. I put a lot of time and effort in that stuff, so it's nice to hear that people enjoy it. So thank you.
Nice. And this is my actual first try at something sequential instead of being Captain Splash Art.
Right? Yeah, I like that.
This was actually my entry for How to Draw Comics, their sequential SummerSlam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I figured, heck, I found out about it really, really late. So I was like, well, hopefully I can get something in. But yeah, this is kind of my first stab at some sequential.
Hey, man, if that's your first try at some sequential, you're off to an amazing start. Again, but it looks like you should really stretch your legs on, doing all the pinup stuff. And then, yeah, you're doing a lot of things right where you've got some idea of perspective in the scene going on. You're adding, a good amount of shading. Like I always look at it as a percentage thing. If it's a brightly lit scene, still try to add 30 or 40%, probably 30% shadows, because it's easy to say, well, maybe I don't need a whole lot of shadows in this shot, but it really starts to make the characters look like they're not grounded as much, not as solid, and you got a good solid feel to this. So yeah, good to add those shadows, and yeah, it looks sharp.
Yeah, thank you. And that's funny because I really I'm drawn to the heavier shaded, darker stuff, and sometimes I get real hesitant, and it's excuse me. It's probably just my inexperience and lack of practice, but where it's like, man, I want it to be heavy here, but I just don't know how it's going to look, so just don't do it.
Yeah, I get the same apprehensiveness about shading. Like it's like I don't maybe feel as confident about it as I do with other areas of my work. So, but that's the reason we got to go head on into those things. You got to look at it and go, okay, that stuff's really important to the illustration. Just like for instance, composition for me, I probably shy away from that a bit, but that means I need to jump into that and study that hardcore because composition does matter. It does make or break a good story and things like that.
Nice. Yeah, and then I guess just the last one. This was some fan art of another fellow streamer on another platform, and it's one of his original characters, and trying to work more on females and magic effects and just kind of different things. So,
yeah, looking good. I like the way you got the arms posed. That's not the easiest thing to do because as soon as you bring them towards camera, it's very easy to get them skewed. I think the one arm there, you probably could have did that a little different. That arm, I feel like I love the way you got the hand. I love the sizing and the hand gesture. I think that to bring the arm back through the power, I would have maybe just let the power take over from after the hand itself, and then maybe just drew the shoulder. But it's hard to tell exactly. I'd almost need to do a draw over that one. But either way, it works. It looks good. And I still like the pose. I like the fact that you're twisting the body. And I actually like that arm pose pretty much just like that. That looks great.
Well, thanks.
That looks like something I would have drawn. Did you trace my work? No, I'm just kidding.
No. Yeah, it's funny. My female characters are looking less and less like She-Hulk, so you're being able to get to more of those feminine versus medium athletic look.
Yeah. But you got to have them all. You got to be able to put all that variation in the book. So we're gonna have David Finch on tomorrow, 7 Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Pacific Time, Eastern Standard Time.
Probably Eastern Standard, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause you're in Detroit, right?
Yeah, well, I'm above Detroit. It's by a little bit, anyways. It's mid-Michigan area. But yeah. So and I think he's like right across in Canada. So we're the same time zone. So we'll be on. But it'll be good to have you guys back for that. And then he's got, he's just got more to offer because he's done so much more page work, so many more books, and just phenomenal artist. So we're really fortunate he's going to be on the channel here.
Yeah, I'm so bummed. I started a night shift recently for a few weeks, and so as I start, you guys are going live. I'm like, no. Yeah,
I know. I got to do some more in the daytime. This was actually just meant to be a test run. It turned into, what are we on here for? An hour now. Funny how that works. And I think that's everybody that was lined up for now. Do you got any more you want to show, Lance? Or any more questions?
Yeah, I can if you're sticking around for
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me see what I got here. Some colored. I think I've got I'm kind of trying to do more. I just finally got my own iPad Pro. I had one that was issued from work, and then I'm in a different position now, so I don't have it. So I just recently got one. So this was just a Copic, and I was experimenting on the brown,
brown background.
Yeah. So I got messed up in the wrappings in her bust there. That kind of gave a weird effect, but yeah, this was just some.
Yeah, it almost looks contradictory to the forms underneath, obviously, but at least you see that. And now that stuff you don't have as much wiggle room, right? Because it's not like you could sit there and white too much out. You got a base of that brownish tone, so you can't mess up as much there, can you?
No. Yeah, it's a lot of fun working on that paper.
Right. Yeah, looks cool though.
Well, thanks.
But yeah, I've been getting a lot more into utilizing some different whiteouts, and I'm starting to realize like there's a lot you can fix with whiteout. You know, get the little shaky whiteout. I mean, not on that though, but
yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to do more things with backgrounds too, because I used to feel uncomfortable. My wife always teases me. She goes, "Sometimes I like your backgrounds better than your characters."
Nice.
But this was a Battle Angel Alita. I did a little while ago, and
yeah, just saw that movie. That was cool.
Well, that was fantastic.
Yeah, it really was.
So yeah, just trying to mess around here with some different some techie backgrounds and things like that.
Right.
But yeah, I need to.
Yeah, I want good background.
Sorry, go ahead.
Good background, I said.
Oh, thank you. I need to start doing more traditional inking as well. I mean, I'm getting more comfortable digitally, but I want to have that kind of that control and whatnot for just traditional stuff. A lot of my colored stuff I don't have anymore. People either have purchased it from me or something, but yeah. And then I guess this was just a Moon Knight that I did with just kind of all I did was some blue tones. Kind of doesn't show up too well on the camera, but
yeah, no, but I like the use of shadows there. That's cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, gotta love Moon Knight.
Oh, I know. He was the character that the first time I got into anything comic book related was in the '90s with the first Marvel comic card set, and I saw that card and I was like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah, and I think that I hear off and on that there's going to be a movie, right?
It's supposed to be a TV show like a Netflix.
Oh, gotcha.
Or it'll be probably Disney now. Who knows? But yeah, they announced it a while back, but who knows what's going to happen with that?
Yeah, hopefully they they make it something good, like the first couple seasons of Daredevil, or I don't know, some of them that are good even get axed. I kind of like the Swamp Thing, the way they were doing that, and they for some reason that didn't make it past the first season, but.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's looking forward to that. And I've been just doing I've been trying to step away from like just straight up comic book stuff and do other pop culture, characters and whatnot. And I started a fun little gimmick in my live streams. And it's kind of changed right now because I had to move to a different platform because Mixer closed down now.
Oh, okay.
And but I had a gimmick where there was an interactive button, and whoever hit it, I set a timer for 10 minutes, and I had to speed sketch whatever they requested in 10 minutes, right? See how far I could get, and that was a fun activity because most of the time I was never getting, hey, draw Batman or draw Wolverine. It was draw some manga or anime or draw this cartoon character that I'd never seen in my life. So that was an awesome little kind of a drill for just stepping out of your comfort zone and trying new things. And it really helped me with learning different types of shapes and forms and, things. So
you're saying you did that in 10 minutes?
No, sorry. This one was.
I'm like, man, good job.
I don't know where my my sketchbook's upstairs, but yeah, it'll just be, stuff like this. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Well, hey man, I appreciate you coming on here. I don't see anybody else in the waiting, but what I'm gonna do is jump back on this one, ask if there's any questions that I can answer, and then I'll probably jump out of here. But then again, if you can make it tomorrow, we'll be back on at 7. So
Okay.
love to
Yeah.
have you.
Yeah. Hopefully, at least be able to pop in and see what you guys are talking about and reviewing and whatnot. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, thanks, Lance. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Keep up the good work, Rob.
Yeah, you too.
Have a good day, bud.
Yeah, you too. Bye. Okay, so let me know if anybody's got any questions. It was nice to be able to have a few people on. Again, that was my first time doing that, so I'm very grateful for everybody that's bearing with us here and helping out. That's awesome. Tomorrow, hopefully, will be smoother now because of the problems we faced today. So yeah, let me read through here. If there's any questions, let me know. DJ May says, yeah, Loomis had 3/4 angles kicking my butt. Yeah, it's a tough one. I could try to scribble it. No, I shouldn't say scribble it, but I can try to draw it for you. Anthony, for future reference, how do you get in on this? So like tomorrow, we'll be running this again. We'll have David Finch on. It'll be 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so just like this, you jump on. I'll share a link. I'll share the link again just to show you what it looks like. Yeah, so I share the link like this, and then you guys can jump in there and wait in the backdrop, and then I bring you in. You got to make sure that your headphones are on, that your mic is enabled, but that you're getting audio through the headphones, or it won't work out. But yeah, so tomorrow should be good. He's going to give us some insight into samples, so you guys show your best work, and if you got sequentials, cool. Pinups are fine too, but just make sure it's your best stuff. Like a lot of times when people, they want to hurry up and show a bunch of pieces, right? And I remember old pros telling me this back in the day when I was going to conventions more often, and they were like, it's funny, you don't need to see 5 or 10 pages to know if somebody's good. You can see 3 and you'll know if they got what it takes, and you can generally have plenty to critique there as well. So just be aware of that. You really don't need to show 5 or 10. You can show 2 or 3 of your best stuff. That's what's most important. Your most current and your most confident stuff, and go from there. But yeah, it should be fun. Anyways, I'm pretty excited to see how it goes. Yeah, appreciate that, Sydney. Thank you for saying so. And yeah, let me know if you guys got any final questions. I'm probably going to jump off here because I didn't mean for this to go an hour. I was trying to work on some video content for Skillshare, and then I got into this, and yeah, time flies, doesn't it? But if you got any specific questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you right now. I mean, I didn't even plan on drawing Wolverine, but he's always fun to draw. Oh, I don't get the mask lined up properly. Whoops. I feel like if you don't say whoops at least a couple times while you're drawing, then you're not trying hard enough. Yeah, so let me do that for you real quick. I forgot you asked that. Goodness. I'm juggling here, folks. All right, so yeah, so Emmanuel, wait. How did you get to learn with professional artists? Yeah, so with that, it was just basically going, I would say go to comic shows, and obviously those aren't going right now, but they'll be back. And then, go to events that you can where they're there and get as much insight as you can. Obviously, we got YouTube, so there's tons of ways to try to interact with people that you're a fan of their work. And I think that a big part of it is to be consistently putting out work and sharing it and doing, I don't know. I feel like because I put so much content out there, I finally got an opportunity to work with other bigger names. But I wouldn't have got that opportunity had I not been drawing so much. So I think that's really the way to create your own success and open the door, is just do it so much that somebody has to see it. Somebody has to pay attention because you're just that adamant about it. I wish I had a better, more specific way to answer that, but that's really the recipe I followed, just doing it all the time and sharing it all the time. But yeah, I think that's where social media is, not just social media, but like, I don't consider YouTube really, I know it is a social media, I guess, but it's more or less a platform in which you can put your work out there. And since you're a visual artist, that's so influential. Like, you can do a lot more. You got to figure a lot of people can't show what they're thinking, right? And they have to explain it really well, and they have to be good at putting that out there for others to grasp. But with a visual form, you know, you got a leg up. You can get people to connect with your concepts very clear, you know, a lot quicker than without. That's why everything has a visual to it, right? Everything you see has some kind of little ad on it, and that's why they do that, because it bridges language barriers. It, you know, makes marketing that much easier. All right. So, anyways, I guess I should be talking about this, not talking about more specifically. I know maybe we can answer that better with, maybe Dave will have some good insight for that tomorrow, because honestly, it's a tough one. Oh, you're saying with Dave specifically or whatever? But yeah, like I approached even him. Like, I approached him. I sent him messages and saying, "Hey, I'd love to have you on the channel." This was a while ago, and love to collaborate with you. I was so busy I didn't hear back from him right away. Then he sent me some page work that I ultimately made a short video of, where I was inking one of part of his Batman art just for our YouTube video. So, you know, I knock on doors. I don't just sit around and wait. But let me jump into this. Hopefully we can elaborate on that more tomorrow. So first off, I want to make sure that this is the angle the person was asking. I got to scroll back in the comments here. Hold on. Where's it at? Okay. Yeah, DJ May, is this the right angle? Let me know. But regardless, the main thing with any angle is really that side of the head, that plane to the side of the head, where you have to divide it into quadrants, and you put the ear back here. Okay, and you even want that ear on a little bit of an angle. So hopefully you can see I already started to do that. For me, the toughest part of this one is always how much of the head to add to the back. So let me get this out here real quick. So for instance, you know, and this is going to vary, right? Some people got big heads and some people got little heads. You know, some people got alien heads. So if you're drawing the alien, you're going to do something like that. But remember the cone heads? Well, no, that was more up and down, wasn't it? But it's always this part that I struggle with. So this is, to me, this part's pretty easy to figure out. You got the 1/3. So you first find the placement of the brow line. You find the bottom of this circle that you sliced off, which usually is about 7/8 of that larger sphere or circle shape. So you got to kind of imagine the plane change of the front of the face. So I always kind of draw this as well. Like this little, to me, I'm drawing this plane change right here of the face. So I got to go from the center, you know, this cross section. I'm going to draw it over and down like this to the chin. But also when I get to this point, I'm going to draw over and then across. And you see I got that a little lower, so I'm going to move that over. But over and across. And you'll see some people, they just draw a curve over here. Whatever, you know, gets you to that point. But what I like to think about is that there's another plane change to the face over here. Doing that too messy. You know, all that's a different plane change, or, you know, major plane change. So it's probably a little bit closer to over here. But the main thing is the thirds. You see I got the chin a little bit lower than I probably should. And all of these are floating. You know, this is just the construction part. So again, I always feel like I need to bring the head back here a little bit more. And I'm going to know that by the orientation of the neck. So for instance, if the neck is like this, then I'm probably not going to see the back of the head right there. But then if the neck is more like this, which would be more natural, a little thinner, then maybe I guess I wouldn't. I would have the ear block the head. I would see a little bit of the lower part of the cranium, maybe right behind the ear there. And then you got the neck that comes down, sternocleidomastoids that come down like a V. And they actually they're thicker up here behind the ear, and they thin out. Then they got these little, almost looks like another muscle, but I think it's still part of the same muscle group. These ones right there. And then I just kind of draw a couple that sweep in from the side. You got the trapezius back here. So anyways, I'm getting down to the neck too much. So I'll basically do that, and I'm constantly moving these lines around. To me, it's like I don't know exactly where these go until I'm ready to place the features, because I'm still trying to map out what this character is going to look like, or I should have that going in, I guess. But I'm moving these around to get the structure, the underlying structure right. And to me, this is the way that I do it. And then from this part, what I've been doing more lately is I'll draw kind of like egg shapes for the eyes. I'll draw a line for the nose. I'm thinking, like a triangle or whatever, and I'll put a circle at the end of that. And I'm, draw the lower portion of the nose to come back towards the face. And then for this part, I divide this like this. So 3 little segments like that. Top lip goes here. Bottom lip here. Kind of like the dimple of the chin. And not exactly, but it's just another way to kind of divide that up. Again, this part, I think more often than not, I'll just kind of draw the mouth in. I make sure it's closer to the nose than it is to the chin. And that's usually how I do it. I don't worry too much about. I feel like if you get too far into separating everything and really adhering too tightly to this, you start to lose the creativeness to the character. So this is about where I'll really soft erase this back and kind of ignore some of this. Obviously there's a lot of sketch lines in there. And then I'll just go to drawing a character and then try to remember what I know about the face, picture whoever the character is. Is it Captain America? Is it the Falcon? Who is it? And I'll just kind of go from there. Okay, so DJ's saying, I guess my biggest issue is the proportions of the eyes, eyebrows, nose, mouth, and width of the jawline. Okay, so that's a lot. That was a mouthful. But basically, with the eyes, you see I just threw these little ovals in there. But what I'm also already thinking about is that the space of these eyes needs to be equal, around roughly equal to the width of the nose. Okay, so as I come up, and that's on an angle, because you got to picture the face is on an angle here. Actually, my screen is a little bit tilted to what I'm looking at that right there. So it's on an angle, right? So the width of the nose needs to come up on an angle, and that's where the eyes are going to go. Eyes are very subjective to the style. Obviously, if you're going for an anime style, the eyes are much, much bigger. But what I like about drawing those egg shapes in first is they give me a bit of curvature to work with. And the eyes always seem to come out more natural if I do that. If I don't, I seem to draw these eyes that look a little more flat and pasted on. So for me personally, it's like if I want more of a rigidness to my characters, then I'm going to start with more rigid basic forms. And then if I want more of an organic feeling, then I need to throw in more ovals, curves, sweeping lines. It all translates into the work. So it all ends up in there. All these little lines are food for thought. So, width of the mouth is generally on the inside of the iris. I guess inside of the pupil, really. And again, this is going to change based upon the style. So everything you do works like that, right? It's like you move one thing, then you got to move the thing next to it, and it kind of goes right down the line. Well, if you're drawing a different style where your character has bigger eyes, then obviously it's going to affect the other proportions if you're mapping them in the way that I'm telling you. So you just got to be aware of that. But so it's a little bit more of an animated style. Iris is right around 1/3 across of the eye. But if you make it larger, like I think I've done here, then you're going to get a little bit more of a animated look. And I always struggle with placing the pupils, never fails. Yeah, that's another reason why I like digital art, so I can grab the little pupil and move it around and look at it for a while, make sure that I'm not messing up. I often have to move those around. I'll soften up the bridge of the nose. That eye looks weird. Another thing that I always tend to have to watch in my own work is the curve that I get here for the side of the eye. It's hard for me to translate to the other side, which is why I probably should flip this. Yeah, see, I could already tell that was off, so I need to just kind of move that line around. A lot of times I'll just erase it back, kind of nudge it over. You do have liquify in this software, but lately I've been trying to use this, aside from me just flipping it, I've been trying to use it more like traditional drawing. So that way when I go to show somebody in a traditional art video, it translates. I don't, find myself lacking a certain tool, a certain process. I would bring this eyebrow over more. I'll find the hairline. Yeah, like see right there, see how bad that I was trying to get the top of the head in place, and it's all a bunch of scratchy lines. I do better when I turn it this way, but the reason why I struggle with that now on the iPad is because you can just go like this and hold it, and it'll turn to a curve. It's so much easier to do it that way, but then I've now weakened myself as far as getting a nice curve. I was able to draw that over to the side, but I use that tool now, so yeah. Digital tools can make you weaker. Be aware of that. I think that hair needs to come over more. I think the brow line needs to come down a little more. Or hairline, not brow line, sorry. Oh, the eye is still weird. I think I made it worse. This angle looks weird too, right here. Hello, what are you doing? I just joined. Trying to draw a face. Now I was trying to explain the Andrew Loomis method for dividing the head and then placing some features. And yeah, this is my approach for that. And then I'd probably just go through and draw it one more time or ink it. Definitely would draw it at least one more time because it looks pretty bad. And a lot of times I have to move the bridge of the nose. I think the trickiest part for me when doing this kind of angle is getting the look and feel that the nose comes away from the face the right amount of distance, and getting a dimensional feeling to the lips. So you got the nose meets right back here, and then I can't remember the name of this little horseshoe shape, but that comes down. But I have to really kind of try to get all this to look and feel dimensional. So I'll do a lot of little construction lines at times. And then I'll just erase some of this back. So even right here on the brow, or the ridge of the nose, I keep feeling like this needs to come up and block that eye a little bit more. But yeah, that's usually how I do it. I just keep doing that and nudging things around until I get it to look right. Oh, that scared me. I wasn't expecting you to read my comment. Yeah, yeah, Russ. As soon as you flip it, it's like, it's so bad that a lot of times I don't want to flip the work, and because I'll immediately see all these flaws, but I can't sweep them under the rug, right? I got to try to fix them. I got to find them. And there's certain areas I just see them more. Like it's always in faces for me. I wish I could tell you guys that I just drew perfect faces, but it's not the case. And luckily, our faces aren't as symmetrical as most people would wish for anyways. So there is that. I remember I'm trying to remember what artist told me that. I mean, a couple have said it. I do remember Nar. He signs his work. Nar does amazing work, and I posted something about that one time. He's like, yeah, but nobody's face is symmetrical anyways. And I was like, yeah, that is true. So why am I fighting this? Why all my characters have to have this even symmetrical appearance? But yeah, in a perfect world, right? Yeah, that eye is so weird. I got the one looking bigger. So a lot of times let me try to redraw these eyes real quick, just soften this up. We get rid of all these construction lines anyways. And I don't know what it is, but my iPad really feels like it's having a harder time gauging the sensitivity from a light stroke to a hard stroke. So it's almost like it goes right to thick, where before I could have a lot more control. I don't know if that's me or the device, but this thing does have some mileage on it, so I might have to upgrade, even though I still feel like it's not broke. And then what if I get the new one and it was really just me being overly sensitive? Because I've been drawing more on paper lately, so it's possible that it's just me. What's that term they have for when people ask, that people are trying to get their computers worked on? They say it's usually a picnic. Problem in chair, not in computer. That's what they say about, the people that call in and their computers having problems. They're like, we just make sure you got power. Ever go through that? And they ask you the most insulting questions about your computer. Are you sure it's plugged in? Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's plugged in. Or wait, I just fixed it. I got to go. And really, it wasn't plugged in. But yeah, it's called a picnic. So maybe the problem with my device isn't the device, it's the person in the chair. Yeah, I appreciate that, Lance. I got all this at the same time. So this iPad Pencil, you're saying the Apple Pencil, right? Yeah. So I got this with this device. It's I don't know. I think it's Procreate because we'll put it this way. I actually drew one of Venom the other day, and it's unfortunate. I drew it in Clip Studio on this. Actually, I'll show you guys real quick. So there's the face. I'm still trying to fix the eyes. I think I'd move the iris up. He's looking up, so the iris shouldn't be touching the bottom eyelid. So that's another thing. And that one, I feel like this eye needs to be out a little further. I'll show you this one of Venom I did on Clip Studio Paint. And the only bad thing is, I mean, I was happy with the way it came out, but then whenever I draw in anything but Procreate, I don't end up with a recording. So I was kind of bummed about that. Like, I was kind of happy the way it came out, and then I was like, hey, I got no recording to share on YouTube. That totally sucks. So I kind of wish these other apps would develop, would adopt what Procreate has, but I don't know. There's pros and cons to all of them. Like Clip Studio, the app version, you can have a tremendous amount of layers. Where Procreate, as you make the file larger, you're going to lose layers. So you gotta keep an eye on that. Yeah, I still don't like these eyes. Anyways, there it is. I just keep doing that until I get something I like. But yeah, let me show you the other one. So hopefully, I can't remember whose question that was, but hopefully that helped you out as far as trying to draw that angle. Oh, and then obviously the cheekbone, do something like that. Add some rendering. I always add the rendering too, because I feel like it kind of covers up like some of the inconsistencies I might have in the face. So if the face is bad, I'll just render a little more, especially if it's a guy. I can get away with that. So now, if you see a face with a lot of rendering, I'm trying to hide a mistake. Yeah, let me show you the other one real quick. See what you guys think. I think I got it here. I'm going to show it to you in Procreate just because I brought it over, but I actually drew this inside of Clip Studio Paint. And it's almost like it came out more effortlessly than if I drew it in Procreate. But again, the drawback is I didn't end up with a video of it. So, yeah. Yeah, and DJ May, I appreciate you saying you got the head drawing course on Udemy. I'm actually going to go back. I'm going to add more content to that pretty soon. I want to make that sucker massive. And there's so many different angles to faces. I mean, you see, I just struggled with that face, which tells me I need to go back and do more of that angle as well. And then it's not just drawing the one person, right? You got to draw like all these other characters. So I'm going to be adding more content to that course very soon. Yeah, so I think I'm going to bring it to a close, folks. It's already an hour and a half, and this was really just supposed to be a demo to make sure it's working. But again, thanks, Nighthawk. Glad you liked the Venom. But let me remind everybody one final time. Tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have David Finch on here, and he's just a great instructor, great guy, and I'm sure he'll be just a pleasure to have on the channel, and you guys can show off your work and get some insight from a pro. So it'll be a good time. So I hope you can make that. And yeah, thanks everybody for chiming in and jumping on the stream here and helping me figure this out. Very happy to finally get this in production. I'm going to head over to Streamyard and get the subscription now, so I can take their logo off the top right, and then I'll be able to upload these to YouTube afterwards. I believe. I think you only get the recording aspect of it with the Premiere version or whatever you call it. So yeah, thanks again so much, everybody. Really appreciate the support of the channel. More content's on the way. Take care of yourself, and as always, keep drawing, keep having fun, and bye for now.